Hello and welcome back to the Shattered Balance series in Crusader Kings 2 with the HIP mod. In the last episode, our former character died, I think 13 or 14 years into his 15-year peace pledge, which would have resulted in, I think it was bonus stewardship and some nice prestige and that kind of thing. Or, accurately, I think he was murdered by our current character. Well, we don't know that for sure because it's recorded as suspicious circumstances, but you know, who benefits by his death? I think we know who the culprit likely is. But anyway, that was quite annoying, I won't lie, but it did at least give us the ability to go to war again a little bit sooner, and we have been cleaning up some of the counties that had passed out of our realm by inheritance, or however they passed out. I think this one was one of them, and we are currently at war for this one. So let's continue. Just sieging the county here. We are actually being sieged down here in Naxos, but he doesn't actually have enough men to do that properly, so we don't need to worry about it, I think. And you have increased revolt risk, alright. Are some troops being transported around, so we should keep an eye on them. Rather than here, I think I'll actually send this stack to fight you directly there. So we should get some good war score from that. We've actually just gone up to 51% from, I assume, this occupation here, or siege. I guess this fleet isn't transporting troops, or he's just not landing them for some reason. Well, this is mountains, but we have a big enough advantage that we shouldn't have any trouble winning the battle, I think. Okay, we have a new count. And Dyrrachion is subjugating somebody. Oh, is this the county of Dyrrachion? Okay, that's fine. I'm actually happy he's doing that, because at least it's part of his de jure duchy. And it makes our borders look nicer, so I'm all for it. Alright, we won that battle. I may as well siege this county as well. Alright, that got us up to 90%. And I'll go fight this army, though I don't think it will get us a full 9%. We should be getting ticking war score now, though, so it's basically over. Got up to 97. And I'm just going to break off this siege and send my troops back to my territory now. And if we end up fighting these guys, all the better. Either way, we will get to 100% pretty quickly. There we go. So our vassal here should be extremely happy with me for pressing her claim, which is good. We can disband our troops. Okay then. My vassal of Macedonia has requested that a lower rank vassal should serve him rather than me directly. Okay, do we have somebody we're not supposed to have? He is up here. I guess we have one of these characters under us. Him, okay. That's fine then. We'll transfer that vassalage. Populace embraces your culture. Strumica becomes Greek. Is that somewhere in our capital duchy? No, I didn't think so. Oh, it's up here. Okay, so it is in our domain. Guess they were probably Bulgarian before that. Okay. So this guy up here is even more powerful since we transferred that vassalage to him. His de jure duchy is these 4 counties, but he also has these. So let's see if there's anything we can do about that. The Duchy of Thrace. We could get 1 county away from him by creating this duchy and granting it to this guy. That would make him no longer his vassal. I suppose we may as well do that. We can benefit from the prestige we'll get as well. Give us more vassal opinion. And we, at some point, lost Constantinople, I guess. Oh no, we didn't. I was looking at the direct vassals map mode. So he'll become a duke, he'll get her as a vassal as well, which is okay with me. This one. So that reduces his power a little bit. We're not as easily able to get this county away from him. Actually, we should be able to plot to revoke this county, now that I think about it, since it's not in his de jure duchy. Revoke the Bandon of Calliopolis. So we'll probably do that. This one is held by a vassal of his, so we can get that away from him by the same method as we did up here, as soon as we can create this duchy, which we can't just yet. So, unfortunately, revoking his county, or plotting to revoke it and then, you know, fighting him in a war is going to hurt his opinion of me pretty seriously, but I think it's probably better that we do that. I imagine he's got to be our most powerful vassal. Actually, only slightly more powerful than Epirus over here. And Artemius the Lecher, of course, down in Achaia. But it's relatively easy for us to win this war, I think, so it's probably a good idea. Assuming we can get backing for our plot. Which apparently we can't. Nobody wants to support me on that one. Okay. Well, that's fine then. We'll do it later, I suppose. The passion between me and Basilea, we're still there. Only slumbering beneath our skin and easily awoken to life with a lover's touch. It was hot, fierce, wonderful lovemaking, such as we used to have. So we gain 20 prestige, oh okay, and a 10% chance that we die. Which would be quite bad, I suppose. Our sun is only 9. 40% chance we gain lustful. Okay, let's see what happens. We gain lustful, alright. I suppose there are worse ways to go. I learned that the local hummus merchant has managed to procure a fresh batch of delicious hummus. It is time to go into town and buy some. I want these big, beautiful falafel bowls. You get 8 some good hummus until August 925, giving us extra diplomacy and health. Okay. Well, considering that we can't take this county from him yet, I suppose we may as well conquer some counties down here, or actually if we can peacefully vassalize some of these, we can create this duchy and at least take 1 county away from him. Maybe they will accept. Not the de jure liege. And this county as well is part of that duchy. We just need 1 of them. Oh, he's at war, I guess. Alright. Okay, I guess we'll just declare a conquest on her then. The nice thing about this is that she's gonna dislike me because we conquer her, but it won't matter because we're just gonna give a duchy title to him and she'll be his vassal and we won't have to deal with her. So let's use his levies. And I suppose our new duke up here. Wow. I guess he has a very large levy because he has Constantinople. That makes sense. Ooh, and we have an ally called in. Several, in fact. And not insignificant ones. Or at least this one is a relatively large realm. Okay. Shouldn't really be a problem, though. Wow, she has a lot of allies. So now we're fighting that many people. We might have to end up raising a few more levies. So my son here says he would be a better steward than this guy. That's correct. He has the ambition to become Chancellor instead, but he would be better. I suppose we'll appoint him. Don't really mind about annoying this guy. We'll have him collect taxes. Okay, so we have pretty much full morale here. We can go and fight her army. Is he trying to attack my retinue there? Not sure what's going on with that. Okay, 5% from that battle we'll, I suppose, follow. And where are you headed? Where are you headed? Oh, south, okay. We'll go fight the army and then come back to siege. Okay, Dyrrachion inherited Euboea, so that's not great. We don't really want him having that land over there since his de jure duchy's over here. But again, I guess we can plot to revoke that at some point if we want to, since it's not in his de jure land. And he won his war over here, which is fine with me. So now conquering this county, I guess, would give us some pretty nice looking borders. So we'll probably do that at some point, just for aesthetic reasons. Okay. So Thrace has declared war on this guy. Not part of his duchy. That's okay though. My son asked me for a fief of his own to govern. Unfortunately, we aren't diplomatic enough to reject him diplomatically, so we'll just have to tell him he's not ready. My heart missed a beat when I saw Theophilos emerge from the dungeons covered in grime and with a bloody knife in his hand. Okay. So I guess since we are wroth, that takes away our chance of making him kind, so we're going to have to make him cruel, wroth, or craven. At least wroth gives us extra martial, so that would probably be the best option here. Cruel isn't so bad either, but I think it hurts vassal opinion, whereas wroth does not. So let's see what we get. You got cruel, okay. No sign of any armies from the allies over here. Well, there is a sign of his army, but he's just keeping it at home for some reason. An architect has been brought before your court proposing the construction of a new castle in Thessalia for less resources than such a massive project would normally require. Before you can give him an answer, Sicinios Leovakos, your Sacelarios, whispers in your ear, "I know this man, I believe we can trust him." Yeah, that is great. We will definitely build a castle for 400 gold. That's exactly what I would probably have chosen to do as soon as I got to 875 gold anyway, so Getting it for less than half price is extremely good. Oh, it was in Thessalia, not... okay, good. Was it? I don't see a castle building. Was it a different county entirely? It appears some of your soldiers have acted dishonorably towards the enemy while on duty. So we can punish them and have a chance of gaining just, ignore it, maybe be arbitrary, or praise them, become arbitrary or cruel. I think we'd prefer to be just. We'll lose some intrigue, but I think it's worth it. We didn't get just, okay. So I hope I haven't been screwed out of my 400 gold. Was it just a chance for a castle to start building? Your mission to Corfu has been a success, so she's extremely happy with me. We can probably lose, or rather move our Chancellor now. Which other vassals are powerful and grumpy? Thrace, I suppose, is the lowest opinion Duke, so we'll focus on him. Let's maybe gain just again. We didn't, okay. Up to 73%. I think we'll probably get to 100 from the rest of the sieges in this county. Okay, great. We'll just wait for the sieges. I could always raise another army and go fight this army up here, but I don't think that's necessary. Okay, we are at 96%, which apparently is enough for her to give up, so we'll accept. And I'll go ahead and create this duchy, I suppose. So we're still well below 2,000 prestige, so we do gain vassal opinion from gaining the 200 prestige. And we'll give it to one of these characters, I suppose him. And he gets her as a vassal, which is fine. That reduces the power of this guy. He's down to my 4th most powerful vassal. Epirus, I don't know if she has land outside of her duchy. I think it's just a really big duchy. No, she has this county, which she's not supposed to have. I think that's it. Yeah. Okay. Can we revoke that from her, actually? We can. Alright, well, maybe we'll do that at some point. And I suppose if this guy would accept a peaceful vassalization, that would be helpful, though he probably won't since we're the wrong religion. And he doesn't like me. Many of my vassals were holding a meeting, one of the topics of which is the quality of my rule. They probably don't have any aims with the status quo, although they may decide to go forward with autonomous cooperation measures which have recently been proposed. Okay, they have decided to cooperate in order to improve their own situation. They'll cooperate in economic development. That's fine. Alright, so his opinion is maxed out now. We do still have this independence faction, and Dyrrachion is in it. Okay. I guess you can head over here then. I thought you were happy. Oh well. We'll get our Chancellor working there and improve his opinion pretty quickly, probably. But we are out of time for this episode. Or at least after this castle is finished. Castle you commissioned in Thessalia has been finished, and its construction required even less resources than originally planned. The surplus building material has been sold and the gold placed in your coffers. Excellent, okay. So, I guess it just didn't show up as a regular building. Establish the barony of Damasis and gain 100 gold. Great. We have the domain limit to keep it. It's in our capital duchy. It was really cheap. Okay. Well, on that note, we are out of time for this episode, so let's leave it here. Thanks for watching, and join me again next time.